Peace and blessings, and welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. This episode is brought to you by Transparent Credit Repair, the superheroes of the financial literacy and credit repair world. If you're looking to change your life financially, changing your credit score and updating your credit report is a vital piece of information that you can get and something that you can do, period. To do such, go to www.heritagehiphop.com and click on Transparent Credit Repair and fill out the application. That one decision could change your financial future and your life, period. Open your wallet to receive more money instead of paying out more debt. Go to heritagehiphop.com and click on the link for Transparent Credit Repair and change your life. On this episode of the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast, we talked to La Boogie. Salute La Boogie. For nepotism's sake, he's the son of Billy Danze of M.O.P. But for hip-hop's sake, he's a new voice that's not only taking the First Family to a new generation, but he's telling his own story, and that's what's most important. If you don't have a story, you can't make good music, because who's going to relate to you? And he has a song out, On My Own, that's very relatable. Give us your ear and listen to La Boogie as he gives us not only his truth, but who he is as a man. Stay tuned for the rest of my commentary when this interview is done.
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to the Heritage Hip Hop Podcast. To be able to carry your legacy on is a big deal, because every man wants to pass on his legacy and see his legacy lead a new generation into greatness. And we have one of those legacies that's being built on the line right now. Introduce yourself to the people, please.
It's your boy Love Bugatti, man. If you ain't swimming with us, you're drowning with the rest, man. We here to take over, man.
All right, for everybody who didn't hear, that was La Boogie. And I know how people interview you or may interview you. I don't want to stick on your progenitor. We're going to talk about it a little bit, but I want to focus on you more so, all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's just get that out the way. You're the son of one half, or in my opinion, one of the greatest hip-hop groups of all time, M.O.P.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
And my introduction to you came from a shout out on Face Off. I'm Saratoga's finest, preferred father to Shania Lamik and Your Highness. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
So you've been around my ears at least for years, and to be able to talk to you, and after even interviewing your father, I mean, like I said, may the Most High bless your family line and salute. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that, man.
Now,
yeah, man, but it came from a lot, though, you know. So we just here pushing right now, homie.
Okay, so then now let's focus on you now that we got that out the way. All right?
Okay.
All right. La Boogie is an MC that comes up in the new generation of hip-hop. I like to call this generation the anime generation, because this generation is colorful, they are full of emotions, they don't hold back, and they're very big. How does that fit into your type of hip-hop and your style?
Well, so I'm versatile, so whatever I'm in, I can adapt to. So if there's time right now, I can adapt to the time. If it changes in the future, I can adapt to that too. So it's really no problem there, you understand? So I'm just going with the flow too, man. My versatility is real, for me, it's really there.
I like that, because that's one of the arts of hip-hop, is being able to be a chameleon, where you could go to the West and you can hang with them. You can go to the East, hang with them. You can go to the South and hang with them, but you always are yourself. What is yourself, and how do you take it everywhere you go?
I'm just basically a stand-up dude, man. Like, I do for self. I don't do for self. I kind of do too much for others. You understand? But now it's to the point I have to start doing for myself. You understand? That's what I'm coming to realize. So it's to the point I'm just trying to, just make it one day at a time, take it one day at a time, man.
Word. But when you get into the music industry, and this is something I've learned from my experience, and no, I'm not an MC, and no, I never sold billions of records, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking from a media perspective and looking at the game. When you get into this game, doing for self is the main art most people don't do, because everybody's always out in somebody's face. How do you protect yourself and not try to, how do you protect yourself and not give yourself away too earnestly in this game?
You just got to stay true to yourself and true to what you believe in, man. If you come in the game and you feeling a certain way about, if you come in the game with your mind set on something, that should be the mindset. You understand? Don't switch up your goals because certain people's around you, man. That's not 100. I feel so. You just got to stick to your goal, man. Stick to your objective.
The main objective is to be heard when it comes to hip hop. Everybody wants to have their song heard, but in this generation, people don't like to touch the people. How are you going to reverse that and let everybody know that not only are you real, but you're able to touch them in a way where they're going to be able to relate to you and love you at the same time?
I think that's up to the music, so because I feel like my music speaks for itself. So the music I'm putting together now is like, it's heartfelt music, you understand? The last record I just dropped on my own, it's on all social media, on all platforms. But the music I'm making now is it's pain. I call it pain. I don't know if that's a genre, but I'm going to make it one, you understand? So I call it pain. So everybody has some pain in their life, you understand? So that's why I was going with it, because I understand people can relate to pain, because nobody had a perfect life, you understand? So everybody always go through certain things in life they must overcome. So that's why I went with that.
I like that you said that, because pain is the author of hip hop. If people didn't pass away, if things were not taken, if injustice wasn't done, then hip hop never would have been the expression that it is today. And to quote Method Man, he said the only truth that people can identify with is pain. Why is pain fueling your music and your style?
It was just what I was going through at the time, and I'm really I'm not really a talkative person. So the best way I could have put express myself was through my music, you understand? So that's why I put it in my music. I'm not really big on the talking thing, you understand? So if you're gonna hear me through my music, you're gonna feel what I'm saying.
I respect that, because most people in the game right now, they call it emo rap, and they just talk about their feelings, but they're not telling a story. What is your story, and how do you want to share it musically? I mean,
I just want people to understand, just because, you're going through certain things, man, don't mean you can't overcome it, you understand? You was born alone, so don't be surprised if you be alone, you understand, sometimes. So, you understand? The best thing sometimes, I just realized, is to be alone. So you get yourself correct, you understand? So it's just to the point, when I was a kid, I just had a lot of guys around me thinking they was family, you understand? Because, friends, it ends at the end, FRIEND, you understand? So it's going to end. So I kind of looked at certain people as family. You feel me? But I guess they didn't look at me as family. And then once it ended, I was in a little space, you understand? But I gathered myself, you understand, and I put it in my music. So that's how we here now.
That's the most relatable thing I've ever heard an artist say in this new generation, is about loyalty. You know what I'm saying? And for most of the OGs that's been in hip hop, that's one of the main things they talk about is loyalty. You got to have loyalty. Even the Bible teaches you as a man that for a woman, love is flowers and candy, but for men, love is loyalty. Tell me how loyalty fuels you, and how the loss of loyalty builds you.
Well, it fuels me because, once you feel like you got somebody in your corner, or whoever's in your corner, that's always going to be a plus, you understand? Because if you don't have the energy, you can find it through, through your peoples. But when people switch up on you, it's to the point I was stuck, you understand? So it's to the point I had to gather myself, man. I just put it on my music. I was just writing every day, you understand? I was writing different type of music, but it's to the point I got to the point I had to switch it up, because that's not how I was feeling at the time, you understand? I just basically go according to how I'm feeling, man. If I'm waking up feeling a certain way, I'm gonna write about that. So that's why I say you don't wake up feeling the same way every day,
Yeah, that's growth. You know what I'm saying? That's the story that's missing in hip hop, to me, in my opinion, to this day. If I go to the single On My Own, right? On My Own is very short, but it's very impactful. At the end of the day, everybody once again can relate to something like that, because there's nothing like thinking people are down with you, and then next thing you know, you're by yourself. I want to ask you, that's a therapeutic song, though. That song is going to touch people who are going through things in a way that they can't really feel. When you wrote that song, did you think about others, or was this to help you with your own personal issue that happened?
It was just to get through my situation, honestly. But I already felt that it would have an impact on the world because, you know, like I said, like a lot of people that go through certain situations that felt that they on their own at one point in time, you understand? So that's why I try to put everything in there, you understand, to try to relate to the people as well.
Coming from the line of hip-hop that you do, I'm sure people have tried to put your father's style or his music on you, thinking that you were going to sound the same. How refreshing is it for you to carve your own lane, and though that's there, you don't have to go there for that name recognition?
It feels great, though, you feel me? But I feel like hard work pays off, basically, you understand? Because the talent going to speak for itself, right? But to have him in the corner, though, that's not bad either. You understand? So it's like it's a win. I can't be mad at it, man. I just know I got to show off and show out now, you know what I'm saying? Because I got a big name behind me. So that's all. We just going to get to it, that's all.
See, when I did this interview, I seen another interview that you did, and personally, I mean, I respect the interview, but I don't really think they talked to you the way that you needed to express yourself. I believe in people being able to tell their story, not just talk about their music. You see what I'm saying? And I invest in people, not their playlists. I mean, your songs are your songs. I may not even like all your music, but you as a man, I feel you have to be respected and you have to tell your story. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So I want to ask you this. What is hip hop and how do you keep it alive?
This thing of ours, man. Hip hop is this thing of ours. You understand? So it's like my job is to keep it afloat. I'm gonna just hit people with multiple things. You understand? I feel like hip hop is changing because you know the times is changing. But it's like I feel like I'm in an era though, but I can still do today's music, but I'm still from an era when I used to listening to the old school music. You understand? So I can blend the two. So basically, I'm just trying to show people like just because we in 2020, we can't still have that old school feel. You understand? We just gotta tweak it a little bit, man. So I'm gonna just bring different feels, man. You gonna feel that old jazziness back. Like I got multiple records, brother. Like when I say multiple, like different type of club bangers, hip hop records, street records, like singing records for the ladies. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. I'm trying to make sure I'm at the top at the end of this, man. So that's what we aiming for.
Since you're coming with versatility, let me ask you this question. Hip-hop is the only genre that actually can adapt and live because when it comes to R&B, either you sing or you can't. When it comes to jazz, either you play instrument or you can't. Maybe you could dance a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But hip-hop lives and evolves due to the territory that it's in and where it's from. Where did you grow up? And then where did you develop your manhood at?
Okay, so you know I'm from Brooklyn, Saratoga, St. Mark. I'm from over there, but I moved at a young age. I went to Jersey, West New York, New Jersey, around, I think, 10. But I was back and forth. That's just a bus trip, you understand? So I was really in New York where I got my little swag from New York, you understand? Got my New York swag. But when I moved to Jersey, I was in there for like, I'd say 3 years, and then I came to Pennsylvania, Mount Pocono. And that's kind of where I started establishing myself, you understand? But I was back and forth, like I'm New York, you understand? But I came to Mount Pocono, like try to get certain things in order. You feel me? We in the hood, we trying to move out the hood, so we moved out the hood regular. So I'm trying to get certain things in order, and the music came about up here. You understand? So thank God I moved, because you never know what I'll be doing in New York, though, right?
Hey, it's like that everywhere. See, as we know, when it comes to New York, especially Brooklyn is always seen as the grimy, the heartbeat, the undertone, the underbelly of New York hip hop, right? Mm-hmm. Then when you go to Jersey separated into different spots, and that's what a lot of people in New York did not understand at the time, that they thought New York was like Newark or East Orange or Essex County, and that was it. You hitting West New York showed you not only the Spanish side of hip hop, it showed you that there's a whole nother genre of what you call swag or language that developed over there too. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. So it kind of helped me out at the end, you know, because me being over there, I probably got some tips from over there. You know what I'm saying? It all blended together and it worked out.
Right. And then the Poconos, while people think it's just a vacation spot, Poconos has a little undertone in it. That's the undertone of the hustle. The undertone of there's nothing here, so we got to make something here.
Exactly, and that's what we're doing right now, man. We're trying to make this putting them Poconos on the map, man. Brooklyn been on the map, so it's to the point like you might as well splurge and expand.
I feel that. So then that makes you an innovator. What are you taking and changing to bring eyes back to who you are and where you're from?
Wait, say it again.
I said that makes you an innovator. So what are you taking to change to bring the eyes back to you and where you're from?
I'm just hit with the music, man. I feel like my talent's gonna speak for itself, man. So just stay on the lookout, man. I'm about to drop real soon. A lot of music is about to drop from me real soon. So that's gonna keep the eyes on me regardless. I feel because my music, I feel is undeniable. So I let the world decide.
Everybody, this is Karev from Heritage Hip Hop on the line with Loud Boogie, a new and up-and-coming face that you're going to hear, see, and feel when it comes to the music and the story behind the brand. All right? So let's continue. Let's continue with that. Like I said, it's all about you, and your past plays a part, but your past does not define the man you become. What is the main lesson that was passed down to you that you took and seen come true in your journey right now, especially going into music?
I would say just to stay focused, I was always told to stay focused. Like, whatever I'm doing, just keep 100% in it. Put 100% in it. You can't be mad at the outcome. You understand? At least if you're making progress, you understand? It's something that you love to do, you understand? You can't feel like you failed, you understand? So just stay focused and keep pushing on doing what you like to do, man.
In this generation, though, focus is one of the hardest things to come by. Because we live in an Instagram generation where everybody wants to take pictures and lie on their pictures instead of focusing on their reality. And realistically speaking, even though hip hop has changed, the story has not. What do you think are the major issues that this generation of hip hop needs to talk about that maybe they are talking about but people are missing because they won't hear their type of music?
I would say the social media thing, yeah, because that changed a lot. You understand? That changed a lot. Now everybody's just doing certain things for clout. Clout wasn't even a word at one point in time, but now the social media thing is a thing. Now clout is a word. Like, you understand? Some people just do things just to do it. Now some people just doing it for the internet. So the internet really changed a lot of things, I feel. Even though Soulja Boy, I feel like been doing it though, right? He started this internet stuff, I feel. So big shout out to Big Draco. But yeah, I think the internet, the social media stuff, man, changed the game a lot. And it's to the point some people didn't know how to do the technology thing, so certain things didn't work out for certain other people. And that's why I'm saying, it changed a lot for a lot of people. And it was a blessing. It can be cursed to certain people if you're not too savvy with the internet, So you got to get on your internet game, man. Get your internet game up, and you'll be relevant in this in today's music.
But don't you feel like the internet has hindered you as an artist as well as it helped you?
Yeah, basically, because I wasn't even used to that. You get what I'm saying? Because the era I'm coming from, I'm used to, regular CDs. We doing that. You understand? The Wire, what was it, Live Wire? They had that jingle for a minute. But now it's like, you got Spotify, you got all different certain apps, you understand, to go find certain music. So it's like, the times changed, man, but we adapted, man.
I'm glad to hear you say that, because even now with reels and all this other stuff, there's many ways to get music out, but there's not a lot of ways to be heard. See, those are the different things that some people can hear you, but a lot of people may not listen to you. You know what I'm saying? How do you make sure that people listen and catch rather than just know that you're out there and exist?
I feel like it's from point A to B. You gotta make sure everything's correct, man. From your image to your videographer to your wardrobe and you get what I'm saying? And it's to the point, like, if somebody looks at a video and it's not as clear as it, like a 4K video or something, okay, you can't be mad if somebody want to skip that. You understand? So you already have to have the vision. You have to already know what you're planning to do. Like, everything got to be perfect, I feel. But there's no such thing as things being perfect. But as perfect, as good as you can make your video be, you have to make it that way. So the world pay attention, I feel. And up-to-date things, you understand? Just rock up-to-date things. I don't know, man. It's just basically the world is clout. That's all the world is running off right now is clout. You understand? So if they looking at you, they feel like, oh, you popping, you rocking the latest this, latest that. They're gonna rock like that's how I feel like the workout brainwash, man. That's how I feel like it's different now. You understand? Because before we could have a model chick in the video. Remember, she's just cute. She don't have to have all the booty in the world. But yeah, you understand? Now everybody want to get implants. Just like, come on, what happened to the pretty faces? Like, you feel me? So it's just certain things, man. Like, it's just changing, man. You just gotta adapt to it, I guess, man. It's
so,
just,
but let's go to the core, because if the music ain't popping, ain't nobody gonna listen.
Exactly.
But
talent speaks.
But hip hop is also an art. So if you don't have the right paintbrush for the canvas, they're not even gonna listen to the music. And see, I'm as you can tell, I'm a deep thinker. I go into things the way I speak. You know what I'm saying? So when I looked at the video on my own, see, there's certain things in that video that caught me that maybe other people have not asked you. And I want to ask you, did you create that video and have people shoot it, or they came to you with the idea?
Oh, no. Yeah, I come up with my shit together, man. I mean, my dad, me and my pops, we put things together, man. We just need the person with the camera, because, you know, my dad been in the game for so long, so he already know what the look would look like. You understand? He the type to tell me, put this color on, do this, though. You understand? Because that'll look good on camera. So it's like I'm learning as I'm still going. So he's trying to he pointing me in the right direction.
He is, because I want to talk about 3 certain scenes in the video that were the most powerful. One of the scenes in the video is when you put on the white jacket and you walk into the hallway, you go to the door and the door is closed on you and you walk off. That was a very powerful scene because that was the issue of the song right there. That you went somewhere and then someone shuts you out and then you walk off. Now, if that's not relatable to anybody, I don't know what life they've lived. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The second scene that was very powerful is when you're walking by the water. Because the water is symbolic of peace, but your song is about internal war. And the last scene was the notepad where you're writing your lyrics and you're sitting with yourself, even with the bottles of liquor there in the room with you. So doing the cinematography of that, you're showing the stages of growth through either depression or coping. And you put that in a song about being abandoned, but then going off on your own. From putting that art together, my question is, the package of that seems to be just as powerful as the song. Why do you think so many people don't focus on the package and just put out music?
I feel like I can't really say because it's the people I have behind me that let me know. You understand? I feel like there's certain things that some artists don't know. You understand? But, you know, you got to go through the certain things. You know, you live and you learn. Then you gather it. But it's like that's how I feel. I feel like it's just the knowledge, you know. People got to understand. I be seeing some artists, like, they drop 3, 4 mixtapes. Like, I'm like, dang. Like, I'm not that type of person. I don't know. I think it's the artist. I mean, it's like a mental thing for me because it's like, it doesn't make sense if it's not packaged correctly, like, you're trying to succeed, you understand? If it's not packaged correctly, it's a better chance that it won't succeed. So it's like I'm trying to give my all. I'm trying to give my best in this. So I'm going to try to wait till the package is correct. So I don't know. It's probably just a not knowing thing, you know?
Are you a football fan?
Nah, not really. I play basketball a little bit.
Basketball fan. Okay, because it goes with my analogy. It's still a fact. If you were a football player and I would have to put football to hip-hop, you would be a linebacker to me. So then, if I had to change that to a basketball thing, you were like a 3 or a 4 on the court. You're a small forward or power forward. And the reason why I say that is because and most people who understand basketball know this. The small forward, the point guard controls the motion of the offense. The shooting guard, of course, shoots. But the small forward is the person who actually directs the offense because he is the person that tells you where the ball is going to swing by his position on the court. If you're a power forward, you are the anchor while the big man holds the middle because as the small forward moves, the power forward is the person that sets up the play through screens or by running the block. In hip-hop, what that means is you position yourself to know where the game is going, or you're setting something up for others to move or move out your way so you can make your play. Is that about correct?
Yeah, that's a fact. You know, you always trying to make a power move, man. You got to make certain moves to get to your power move.
So then, what's the move that's going to show you you're victorious in your music as you work on your debut album?
Just just the reactions and like certain things I get, just the feedback, man. That feels good to an up and coming artist. Once you feel like the people want to hear you, you know, it's gonna keep you pushing, man. So I just need the fans, man.
Everybody out there listening, this is Forever Heritage Hip Hop with La Boogie, who has a single out right now, On My Own. And we ask you, stream the music to see if you like it, but purchase it, because that's how you give the artist the ultimate feeling of being wanted. If you don't purchase the music, you're going to lose your music. If the internet went down today and you did not purchase your music, you don't have the music. So support La Boogie and buy his single and look forward to buying his new album. Sir, you agree?
I appreciate you. That's a fact, man. Look out for you, boy. We on the way, man. We here, man. It's fact.
We're gonna go into a couple more questions, because something that you said kind of hit me, and I want to go back to the First Family a little bit. We always heard this is the last generation of M.O.P. Are you the next generation of M.O.P. or are you the next generation of the First Family?
Oh yeah, I'm the next generation of the First Family, man. That's family, man. But you already know. We M.O.P. too, man. We First Family. We the world's famous, man. We ain't doing it, so we just basically just adding to the. Well, I've been around, but we just basically letting the world know we got more soldiers on our side. So, and it's more than me. You understand? So,
I like that, because I'm gonna tell you a little story about me, and I want to relate it to you, and your movement. Me and my friends, right? Shout out to my man Jarnell. We call ourselves the original M.O.P. fan. You know what I'm saying? So we talk. I mean, I had an interview not too long ago, and I said I got to talk to your dad as well. And I was like, yeah, because M.O.P. came out on Select Records, and Kid and Play had them on the soundtrack. And they was like, what? I didn't even know that. And people did their history, and they was like, yeah, you right. And I mean, even from there, we used to build to the death, First Family for Life. And we were in it. And then, like I said, that's how I got introduced to you, because those lyrics resonated truth, feeling, emotion, and impact in our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now to you, truth, emotion, impact. What is more important to you? Truth, emotion, or impact when somebody hears your music?
Impact. I want you to feel me, man. You got to feel what I'm saying, because the music I'm making right now is very impactful. You understand? So I will go with impact.
So then what's the heaviest part of impact that makes you feel fulfilled? Is it delivering the bar that makes them sit down, or it's the vibe that carries them to listen to the entire song?
It's the song. It's how my song feel, you understand? If it's helping you get through certain situations, that's what I'm going for, man. Like, I was in a situation of course I had my family, but it's like, that's not, they didn't put me in the situation, so I don't feel like they should have been there, like, you know, but it's to the point, like, certain people is there for certain things, man, so we just gotta get over that stuff.
I respect that, because one of the hardest lessons a man has to learn is how to hit his head. That's why boys get in trouble more than girls. But most parts, you know. Women usually can sit down and do where men have to get their hands dirty, and experience is their best teacher. What is the most fulfilling experience you felt since you've made music?
Me doing records with Billy Danze himself, which is my pops, and Physio, you know. So I got records with both of them, you know. That was really my biggest, but you know, there's mad things in between, you know. But that was really like a big accomplishment, because, you know, not only just because they're family, but I'm really a fan too, you understand? So that was really a good one for me.
Is the first song y'all did together the song where you with him, you was in the video with him, and you're doing like the hook like in the video? Is that the first one, or is it something different?
That was the first one.
Okay.
That was his record, actually. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a wonderful record too.
Like I told you, man. I told you we fans over here. Like, we love M.O.P. in Jersey. Like, you know what I'm saying? And my peoples, we really support and we move with it. You know what I'm saying? And we can't wait to give that support to you, because one thing, when you invest in somebody, you invest in them long term, and that's what we want people to get from Heritage Hip Hop, is that these are people who make these records. This is just not something that's crack that you just get is good. Where's the next one? That you have to enjoy and understand the people behind the creativity. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, but brother, I appreciate you too, man, for the support and everything, man. That's just, we about to ride this journey out together, big dog.
All right, thank you. So let me go here with you, and then we're going to start wrapping up this interview because this was a great interview, and I wanted to make sure people knew who you were and not just coattailed you off of the legacy that came before you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
One thing I wanted to ask you was this, though. Hip-hop always goes through the that's old or that's new. It's called Rehoboamism, where the new always takes the old and throws it away, and the old seems to have a gap where they don't want to relate to the new. What makes you different that the old would appreciate you and the new would want to push you to the old for them to listen to?
Because I can do them both, you understand? I can do it all. So I can mix that's what I'm working on right now. I'm trying to perfect that. I'm trying to mix certain sounds together. Like, I want that old school feel with the new school sound. Like, today people call this new school music rap, mumble rap, you understand? But I don't call it mumble rap. I only call it mumble rap if you mumbling, you understand? But some people just don't understand what people be saying, so they call it mumble rap. But I be understanding, so I'm trying to mix that with yesterday's, you understand? Today's music with yesterday's, see what we can come up with, man. So that's really my experiment right now. That's what I'm in for.
I'm gonna say something to you that I think is really prevalent, but I want you to understand me when I say this. I don't believe hip hop has a golden era. I think that's total bullshit. And the reason why I say that is because depending on when you grew up and you understood the music, that's your golden era. You see what I'm saying? So I want to ask you, what's gonna make you somebody's golden era? How are you gonna start that up?
Just like you said, because those kids coming up today, like, these kids born every day. You understand? We going worldwide, baby. Like, so once the up and coming kids, I'm gonna be on their radar. You understand? I'm just gotta stay in people's face, stay relevant. That's all, man. Just keep putting the music together, man. Just keep putting music out. You understand? Once you keep staying in people's face, they got nothing else to do but look. You understand? You can't keep your eyes closed forever. You feel me?
Feel you.
That's the situation. You feel me? But
yeah.
So you gotta have to open your eyes and see what's in front of you, man.
So then, what was your golden era, and what brought you into wanting to do this?
Annie up, man. Like that was it for me. Once I heard Annie up, it was lit. You understand? Once I heard Annie up, it was lit. I'm like, oh, nah, it's lit. You understand? Lit wasn't a thing back then, but you know the words back then. But once I heard that, I felt like this is what I wanted to do. But as a kid, I wasn't too sure. I just seen something I liked. You understand? So I don't know. That was really it for me, man. Once I seen that, I understand. Like I was there for everything. So it's like we were here at one point, and I see you moving on up. I'm like, okay. So this is a way we can feed family. You understand? So that's what I want about it, man. He influenced me a lot.
My last question to you of the regular part of the interview before we go into our game is this. Do you remember the first rhyme you wrote?
My first rhyme? Yeah, kind of, sort of, but my pops had to help me. But we put it on wax, though.
All right.
Okay. Like baby.
All right. So check this out. So from your first rhyme that you wrote to being a grown man and writing, what was the step that helped you find your voice and find your pen?
It just just keep doing it. You understand? Because to the point I didn't know what I wanted to sound like at one point in time. So it's like practice makes perfect. You start doing certain things in the booth to get your attention. You understand? Like certain ad-libs, you understand? It comes by mistake. You feel me? Yeah, so it's like you don't know until you go through certain things in that booth. You understand? Like you really had to live and learn it, man. I had to live and learn it, man.
And living and learning, you help not only find your voice, but you're helping to heal people that are going through pain by accepting pain. So please give people your social media so they can look you up and find your music.
It's your boy La Boogie, man. My IG, you can look me up. La Boogie, La Bugatti, LA_BOOGATTI. That's Instagram. My Facebook is La Boogie, LA_BOOGIE, man. I let your boy, man. We love.
All right, everybody. So like we said, purchase that music because not only are you ensuring yourself quality, but you're giving yourself something that's going to unlock greatness in the future. Not only in him as an artist, but in yourself as the listener. You know what I'm saying? So with that, I like to do something called the rapid fire questions. You like to play this game with me?
Let's do it, brother.
All right, well, the rapid-fire questions are not yes-no questions. These are questions that show your depth and your understanding of the hip-hop culture within yourself and outside of yourself as well. So you ready to go?
Let's get it.
What song or album from another artist perfectly describes you?
One more time, brother. I missed it.
What song or album from another artist perfectly describes you?
I say Meek Mill Save Me.
Wow. That's different.
Song, man. That's my joint right there. Because it got that old school feel. That's what I'm saying. Like, it got some soul feel to it. You understand? And it's still, he was still talking like regular life stuff. You understand? So I would have to say that. That's kind of like how I got in the lane I'm in now. Like, you understand?
All right. I feel that. As an artist, I want to ask you this. When you make something and you know it's complete, it's the best feeling in the world. What is that feeling like when you're about to release your song and you don't know if people enjoy it? Tell me about that feeling.
It's going to be a crazy feeling because it's like you know how you feel about the record, but you want other people to see how you feel or feel how you feel about the record. So it's just always like a, like a little scary moment. Just like when you do a show. Every time you do a show, I feel like, even my pops told me this, every time you do a show, it's still that gut feeling, you understand? But once you get out there and start rapping, it all comes to you. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, that's just the same feeling. I did a couple shows too. Every time I go on the stage, it's like gut. I have my bubble guts. But then once I'm getting in the mix of it, it all goes away. So it's the same thing with that, man. You gotta once you get in the mix of the shit start going away.
But you know what kind of knocks that feeling off is when people love your style or love your music and they want to collaborate with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I want to ask you a question. Whenever people collaborate, we get features. And sometimes the feature artist can steal a song from the main artist. Who has the greatest feature in hip-hop history to you?
The greatest feature? I would say me, man. I got a feature with M.O.P. himself, man. World famous, man. So I would say me, man.
All right.
Boogie, man.
All right. Hey, that's what it's all about, man. Confidence. I like that. So let me ask you this. There's times when people put feature artists on a song and give that song new life. We call that a remix. Whether we add people or change the beat. What's the greatest remix of all time to you?
Oh, that Annie-Up remix, man. When he bust came out with Remy Ma too, it was lit. Cap was on it too, right? That shook the world, man. So I'm telling you, that's my era for real. So it's like that was really when I realized this is what I wanted to do. So I was all eyes. So that was really like a life changer for me.
I like how you said that. Another question I have to ask you is this. If somebody came up to you and said, define hip-hop to me in 5 albums, what are the 5 albums you're giving them?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know, man. I need some songs. I need 5 songs.
Nah. 5 albums, bro, you got it. You don't tell me you're going to tap out.
5 albums, you got it. He said you got it. What I'm going to say? Warriors. You already know.
All right.
We're going to go Reasonable Doubt, of course. Put the whole
thing
in. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. I think that was a little too many. Cause I don't really listen. I never really listened to that much, man. I'm just Brooklyn, so I stayed in Brooklyn, man. I was M.O.P. out. That's what I'm trying to say. And then Hov came out. Hold on, wait. Get Rich or Die Trying, though, was my thing. You know
that's 3. That's 3.
Okay, we got 2 more. We on the way, right?
That's right.
All right. The Carter.
Okay, which one?
Yeah,
the first one?
Hold on, both of them. I'm going with both. I want to add like all of them, but I'm running out of space. So
the Carter 1 and 2?
Yeah. I'm gonna do 1 and 2. Yeah, that's a fact.
That's your 5 albums.
Huh?
That's your 5 albums.
5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You had Warriors, Reasonable Doubt, Get Rich. Huh?
I had to think. I had to look in the back of the vault, man. I had to think, man.
But that's what it's all about, man. Like I said, we want people to appreciate you and how you see hip-hop culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As hip-hop opens up to you, I use this analogy to let people understand what I think about hip-hop, and then you can tell me what you think, and from there. I don't think hip-hop really is the answer. I think hip-hop is the door. And people rush to get to the door and don't walk in. But the music opens you up for so much more. Besides doing music, what else do you want to do, or what catches your eye and inspires you?
Basketball. I like working out. I'm about to get on my workout thing heavy. I'm gonna start. I'm wailing. You understand? So play basketball. You understand? That really helps me meditate, get through certain things, man. So just staying. I gotta stay moving. I can't stay still, man.
Oh, who your team?
Oh yeah, of course I'm gonna go out. Well, I'm always say the Knicks, man, but I'm a Wizards man. But I don't know how I'm feeling. How Wall doing?
Okay. You like the Knicks, but your heart's with the Wizards. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah.
All right.
He said, because I see it. Everybody see the Lakers because they got dominant players. Like, no, I'm going to stick with my losers, man, until they get better, man. I'm loyal.
I ain't mad at you. Hey, man, I was a Knicks fan hard until they did that to Oakley at the Garden. He's my favorite Knick of all time, man. So
yeah, you stop rocking with them. They did your man filthy. I get you.
Man, all my favorite players go to the Knicks and they get fucked over. Like, Marbury, Melo, Latrell, Oakley. Yeah, salute to Melo, yo. But alright. But back to you. If there's a place where you can hear your music that'll totally surprise you and make you happy, where would that be?
Wait, say it one more time, big bro.
If there's a place you can hear your music that would surprise you and totally make you happy, where would that be?
What would I say? In the Barclays.
That'd be dope.
At the game. You know what I'm saying?
That would be dope.
Yeah,
I can hear that.
I'm Brooklyn too, so that'll actually feel good.
I could see them playing on my own during the game when they play music, because that beat is hot. Mm-hmm. I mean, even your vocals carry into the arena. I could see that. That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
The fact that it's home, though, you understand? So that's what really would make me feel good about it.
That's dope. Let me ask you this question, because I think this is a nepotism question, but it's something I really want to ask you from the other side of the coin. A parent's job is to always make sure their children live a life better than their own. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And my question to you is, say your music takes off and it gets real great. How do you know you've surpassed or met your father's expectations and you're doing better than him?
I don't think that's ever possible, but,
Okay.
But he let me know, like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but it's like it's never ever, like, that type of energy, because without him, I wouldn't even be in, the same category or lane if I get there as him. So he'll let me know. Once he tell me I'm doing my thing, then I feel accomplished,
Word. Because a lot of young men, unfortunately, there's a lie in the world that says men of color don't take care of their sons, and that's total bullshit. And though there may be some out there that play the coward, I'll give you and your dad respect, because that's a man taking care of his son and his son respecting his father. And I want to ask you this on that level. When was the first time you knew your father was proud of you when it came to music?
Because I've been doing music for a minute, so like the first couple records I sent to him, he was like, "Oh, they cool." I'm like, "Cool," like as an artist, I'm like, "Nah, this bananas, fucking," like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he ain't had that same feel. So boom, I came up with another record called Side Chick, and then he started feeling it because it was different. He basically, I don't know, once I got out of the lane that everybody else was in, he kind of peeped, like, okay, he understanding what's going on. Like, we gotta stand out. If you in the same lane with everybody doing the same thing, it's hard for you to stand out, you understand? So we just had to do something different, man.
Word. I respect that. That's real love, too, because he groomed you with an artist ear instead of a parental ear. That's dope.
That's a fact.
All right. So we got 3 more questions, and then we're gonna close up. All right. So the one question is, if you could do your dream song, who would you have on your song? Who would feature? Who would do the beat? Dead or alive? No restrictions.
See, and I already did the record with him now. But I'll say another one is Michael Jackson, man. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. Me growing up hitting the moves, man. I'll let her perform with that man one time. You understand? So I say Michael Jackson just because he's worldwide. You understand? His impact on the world was too different. You understand?
Who's doing the beat?
Faking at the shows. Like what? I never seen no shit like that. How you faking at the shows? Get up. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I want to be I don't know, man. I use one of my producers. Shout out to my uncle that Trex. You feel me? From Philly. You feel me? So I gotta keep it in the family, man.
Home team. That's loyalty. Once again, one of the most important things that a man can get in his life is loyalty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So my second to last question is this, though. In a world where George Floyd and police brutality has taken the focus onto the lives of people of color, and we have Breonna Taylor and so many other people who passed away. We have police injustice. We have this president. We have the history of Nina Simone saying our artist's job is to represent the times that they live in. What do you think is the job of an artist when it comes to not only making good music, but healing the world when it comes to the shit that we go through?
We gotta be voices, man. You understand? We gotta be voices for that, because at the end of the day, some people, you know, don't have the platform or, you know, the voice sometimes to really, like, make an impact or a change. But, like, if you have a big voice, man, as an artist, you're supposed to, like, help the community, man, especially your people, man. So you're supposed to just ride for your people, man. That's how I'm feeling. Because you see what's going on. Everybody sees what's going on, man. Like, we just got shaping up, man. Get together. Stay together. Stick together, man. We got to stop killing each other also, man. So it's like, we just got to stick together, man, and keep pushing through, man.
Word, and I feel that. So everybody out there, once again, this is Loud Boogie on the line with Heritage Hip Hop and Karev, and we thank you for this interview. We want to put blessings upon you and your family. So may the Most High bless you and your family for generations upon generations, long term, so that not only can you feed your family, but you can heal the world with great music. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, big homie, for real. Same to you and yours, man. I appreciate you for having me.
Thank you. So the last question, I usually ask this question. This is the most important question of the first interview, which means you always have an open door to come back, because I'm not industry. You don't have to have a hot song to talk to me. As long as you have a story, the microphone is always open and you can take it and tell the world your story on Heritage Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying?
Respect.
So my most important question is, I'm going to have to change the question a little bit because this is your first outing. What I'm going to say is, as people grow with your music, people are going to learn from you, and they're going to want to be, and they're going to be inspired from you. So my thing is, how are you making the world better with the music that you make?
I'm just basically trying to tell the world, man, like, we can get through the shit that we going through. You understand? Like, it's not, whatever don't kill you, man, it makes you stronger. So it's like, just because you're down today don't mean you can't be up next week or tomorrow. You understand? Like, if you stop chasing your dreams right now, tomorrow could have been a day. You understand? So just keep pushing, man. Even though you're on your own, man, you probably don't feel like you got the support you want or need. But if you support yourself and believe in what you got going on, man, you're going to succeed. So just keep pushing, man. Don't let nobody knock your hustle.
Facts. And with that being said, everybody, remember, life doesn't start and end in one day. Life, whether you live today or die tomorrow, is a journey of thought, ideas, creativity, and art. So live your art, be true to your art, and be true to yourself, because you will inspire others with your truth. And your truth, no matter if there's pain there, will change somebody's outlook and heal the world. Do you agree?
That's a fact, big homie.
And with that being said, this is Karev with La Boogie and Heritage Hip Hop Podcast saying peace, and we out.
Appreciate you for having me, big homie.
Shout out to the First Family for producing great hip hop, whether it's from the originators that we've learned of or even the next generation to come, because real hip hop comes from the soul. And La Boogie's putting his soul into his music, not only by talking from his personal experiences, but he's giving relevant conversation to what it is to be expressive when it comes to your music as well. Salute to the First Family. Like I said, shout out to my man Jarnell. We've always been First Family fans from the beginning. Shout out to Billy Danze, Lil Fame, Fox, Teflon, Lays, La Boogie, and whoever else we may have missed, but y'all always are in our stereos, tape decks, whatever we had back in the day, and today MP3s and headphones, you know. So salute to everybody who's listening. This episode is brought to you by heritagehiphop.com. heritagehiphop.com. We teach all independent artists how to be profitable and independent while defining your own success when it comes to being an artist. If you want to know more, go to www.heritagehiphop.com. Become an artist. Become a member of our website, and you get free music, you get great interviews, and more. I mean, you got to go there to find out what I'm talking about. Membership is free. Go to www.heritagehiphop.com for more. Shout out to Transparent Credit Repair, who's helped us with changing people's lives. Go to heritagehiphop.com and click on Transparent Credit Repair. 20% off of all services are given to anyone who comes through heritagehiphop.com. So if you're looking to change your credit report, up your credit score, Transparent Credit Repair are the superheroes of the financial literacy and credit repair world. Go check them out. I want to give a shout out to my partner. Shout out to BQ. Pulling through. Can't wait for you to be back, bro. Really. And we thank God that you're still here. Shout out to Lex Diamonds of Diamonds Entertainment LLC. Check out their podcast at LEX space P, Lex P on YouTube. Shout out to the Goodfellas. The recap with the Goodfellas weekly show that's on YouTube, goodfellastv.com, and on Facebook. Goodfellas recap is Tommy Guns, Sha Montana, Dav the photographer of AEP _presents on Facebook, and DJ Big A, who is AHYDAYAR on YouTube. DJ Big A. Catch everything from Heritage Hip Hop and our peoples all over the net as we support you, the hip hop culture. Shout out to Fire Jaws and Wildfire Marketing. Anything you have want to push, promote, or let people know that you're out there, hit them up at FIREJAWS on Instagram. We want to give a shout out to MJ's Hip Hop Connect, who also gave us this interview and introduced us to La Boogie. And look, man, we grow hip hop over here. We represent hip hop. We love hip hop. And hip hop is not music. Hip hop is the most high in you. Either way you live, elevate, whatever, you are a part of hip hop. So whether you rap, sing, teach, you're a politician, in the public servant, a public sector, entrepreneur, you are hip hop, and we are here to celebrate you and tell the world your story. Salute to all of you out there that's helping Heritage Hip Hop grow. You can follow us on all social media at Heritage Hip Hop. If you want to donate, you got Cash App, you got PayPal. Hit us up, let us know what you want to do, because we are Cash App at Heritage Hip Hop, and we represent you. So for everybody out there that's listening, thank you once again for paying attention and listening. We say peace, and we out.